right, we are at Cabana Bay. I'm going to assume that's a refrigerator.
Oh,
that's
and
under the
I
sink.
get 2 churros.
We get a microwave and coffee pot, which is nice. And I guess if you needed another room, we're in a connecting room.
And I got 2 churros.
We have a nice little eat-in area where the kids can actually eat breakfast. Yeah, that is a really good size refrigerator. He's got it open. See, there's like a pantry drawer or whatever. Can you get the lunch meat, Jeff, and put it away?
Like, what the heck?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Lunch meat. So there's 2 chairs, and this folds out into a bed, and then they have a TV and some drawers here. And then this gets pulled off, and there's drawers there, and then there's 2 beds. They have the cool retro clock. Do they have the USB ports in this one? I can't see from here. No. Yeah, they don't have them here. And they have a nice TV here. Good place to put, I almost said magic bands, like lanyards and stuff. And then, ooh, a nice walk-in closet with a light that doesn't work.
No more phone cut.
And then toilet, nice big vanity area, another sink, and the tub. It's all retro. Very, very cool. We stayed at Cabana Bay simply for the cost. It is a extremely cheap resort when you think of it as it's the size of Art of Animation, if not maybe a little bit bigger, but like half of the price, if not more. It's insanely cheap. However, you don't get the awesome Express Pass. So we did feel kind of like we were missing out on that. Thankfully, we only had 1 day without Express Passes because we ended up staying at the other hotel and had Express Passes for 2 of our 3 days of park tickets. The room was very roomy and spacious, and the pools are amazing. They are hands down the best pools that we saw on property. There's a lazy river, there's 2 different pools, and there's really not a bad room in this entire resort. We really, really enjoyed it. The exterior of the hotel itself could have used a good pressure washing, but it was pretty updated and just a really nice hotel. And I mean, you can stay here sometimes for under $200. You can also get rooms on the other side where the other pool was that actually have a view of Volcano Bay, which is pretty cool. But for the 6 of us, this was a awesome, very affordable resort, and we didn't mind that we didn't have Express Pass. We basically had a 1 full hotel pool day, and then the next day we had a day without Express Passes. This is the pool that was right outside of our rooms. This has a really cool slide. There's a lot of like recreational type stuff, pool tables and games and all that stuff, and we really had a night where we just sat and enjoyed it and played with all of it. And I mean, there's really not a bad room in the place. You can see behind me the buildings go up about 4 stories, so it's not like this huge mega hotel. But the theming was on point. You really did feel like you were in a 50s style resort. The food court was really good. There is a Starbucks inside all of the hotels, which is really cool. We really, really enjoyed that. Jeff and I went a lot of mornings to go and get a Starbucks and some breakfast. And it's just really nice. The only downside is you do have to take a bus to the parks, which we didn't like. This is the other pool where you can have the Volcano Bay side. They do have a lazy river, which I would suggest bring your own pool floats. We decided not to bring tubes, and I regretted it, and we didn't end up getting in the lazy river, and that was the main reason why I wanted to stay at this resort. So looking back, I do regret that, but bring your own pool floats. However, this pool is a lot busier. I felt the little time that we were there, but we would definitely stay at this resort again, maybe if we were going for a more chilled, laid back trip. Now where we have annual passes, we don't need to go and see everything, so we wouldn't mind staying here again just simply for the cost. This is a resort if you didn't have a ton of time or money to buy a ton of tickets. This is a resort that you could find plenty of things to do on property. You do have to bus, but my friend actually walked from City Walk, and it didn't take her long at all. It took her about 20 minutes. And when we stayed at Royal Pacific, it took us maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So it's not super long, but you can definitely walk into the parks, which, you know, is a thing you can do as well. We felt kind of bad, but we basically took one of the mattresses off one of the beds, put it in the other room, and Jeff and I had the room with the 2 beds, and the kids slept in the other room between the mattress and the bed because we just don't like our kids in a room. Like, I know that sounds horrible, but by the end of the day, after being with them with theme parks for 24 days, they want to get away from us and we want to get away from them. So that was the only thing I didn't love the layout of it. Like in Art of Animation, which is kind of what I compared this to, we could have our room and then they could be in the big area. But all in all, we didn't complain too much. It did have a microwave, so if you're trying to save money, that's another huge way you can save money. You can bring things that you can heat up. We saved a lot of money that way. And then there are a lot of things pretty close by to the Universal area that you can go and grab for dinner or groceries or whatever. And of course, we saw this hidden Mickey right above the gift shop.